See the you see it. Link in the comment. Link in the chat. About to up it. We about to up it. Link in the chat. Link definitely in the chat. But you know what it is? Mayweather sue Al Heyman. Showtime. PBC. This is outrageous, baby. This is crazy. We're going to find out, man. We're going to cook today on this topic. We're going to cook today on this topic. You hear me? Floyd out of pocket. Floyd Joy out of pocket. Floyd Joy out of pocket. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Floyd Joy out of pocket. Listen, we gonna cook. It's time to cook, man. You know me. You know how I give it up, man. All pain and pressure when I give it up. You know, it's all facts, no opinion, sport podcast. We don't let nothing marinate. We get straight to the sauce. Everything saucy. I'm your host. You know what it is. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. You know, shout out my brother Frontline. Shout out to everybody. You know, shout out to everybody. Give me a second. Let me go get this lighter. We here. We went legit, baby. Yes, yes, yes. We went legit. You hear me? We went legit, baby. But let's talk it, man. You know we're here to talk it. Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman. Thought I'd never see it. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? Because I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Bam Rodriguez, Zuffa boxing. Bam Rodriguez, Zuffa boxing, but Eddie Hearn is still pushing the situation of, you know, him being a matchroom fighter, you know, getting the matchroom fights, etc. You know, it's just a lot to talk about. You know, I got some notes here. It's a lot to talk about, and we're gonna talk about it. You know, this Floyd situation, it's crazy. Floyd, you've been retired for how long? And listen, Floyd been retired for how long? Now you want to sue Al Heyman, PBC, Showtime for $340 million. I'm gonna keep it tall. Don't be surprised Tank ended up suing motherfucking Floyd Mayweather. You understand? Remember, Tank got paid with didn't Tank say like 10,000 in that Rolly fight? He made multiple millions. I'm gonna give you the gate. Tank live gate was 4.5 million from 16.282 tickets sold at the Barclays, 275K buys. Tank supposed to make 30 million that fight. It only made 10 grand. Ain't that about some shit? Floyd took all that paper. So you'll be like this. You know, I like to cook at the 8-minute mark, you know. Even though I got a motherfucking strike, I don't care. I'm gonna cook right the fuck now. Fuck it. You know, Floyd suing Al Heyman is crazy. To me, it's crazy. It's diabolical. It's super retardo. You know, it's super retardo. Which I really don't get. You know, it's super retardo, something I really don't get. You know, other people might will, and other people might understand why he's trying to sue Al Heyman, but I don't know the reason why. Because it doesn't make no motherfucking sense. It doesn't. Al take care of his fighters. Why now? And I always said it once. Listen, once Tank told Turkey and them niggas no, you seen what started popping. You seen the bullshit. You seen the hate. We can't say it's a conspiracy theory because nigga, I got convicted for a conspiracy, nigga. I mean, conspiracy is the actual crime, you know, two or more people. But at the end of the day, Floyd and his Al Heyman PBC Showtime Espinoza situation, like this lawsuit is diabolical, bro. You're the one that's out here fucking up your money. How you trying to sue them now, bro? He been retired, what, over 10 years, 11 years, some shit like that? Not even. Yeah, like 10, 11 years. Like, come on, Floyd, make it make sense. But this Bam Rodriguez, Zuffa, and Matchroom bid war, it's kind of crazy to me. And the reason I say that, because Robert Garcia is Bam trainer and manager. He's a trainer and manager. You know, to move him Zuffa way, nah. You know, Matchroom, you know, Eddie, listen, Eddie Bogart in a situation like, listen, we got a situation that's going to happen here. I forgot what was the name of it. It's a certain law when you sign to a certain promoter, you know, they can still, you know, promote you and push you and give you fights until something. I think it's some type of name. It's some type of name. But at the end of the day, it's crazy how a lot of these fighters is running over there to Zuffa. You know, it's crazy how a lot of these fighters is over there running to Zuffa. Then other breaking news: Tank can't catch a break. Tank Davis can't catch a break. Now he got a warrant and be more. He got a violation of probation warrant and be more. Listen, this is how you know all that shit fake, right? I'm on probation. If they lock my ass up in Georgia, they're gonna keep my ass down there on the detainer, and Philly gonna come get me and bring my ass back. If Florida, the world knew Tank was about to turn himself in. His PO, all them niggas knew. So soon Tank would have turned himself in. They would have put a detainer on him, and Baltimore County would have went down there. They sheriff would have went down there and picked Tank ass the fuck up. Now, man, shout out to the light-skinned brothers, man. We got to hold it down for the light-skinned niggas, tattoo tears. Free Tank, man. They doing Tank dirty. And this shit crazy, man. Them, like, let me be quiet. Free Tank. That's all I can say, man. Leave that motherfucker alone. Then you got Opataya and Brandon Glunton, March 8th, about to make it happen. But you know, we here to talk about two things. You know, we know about the Floyd suing Al Heyman shit is diabolical. But you know, this Bam Rodriguez, Zuffa, and Matchroom situation, you know, you gotta choose a side, nigga. It's east or west, motherfucker. You gotta choose a side, nigga. You gotta choose a side. But you know how you see how Robert, this is the system rigged, man. The system is rigged. The system is rigged. Robert Garcia is who manager? Who manager? Rayo's who manager? Bam Rodriguez. He's a lot of people manager. You understand? Robert Garcia is plus he is their trainer. You know, and it's a conflict of interest a little bit. You know, and the reason I state that is say that because you know why send your fighters to sign them to Zuffa Boxing? Hey yo, hey Johnson Island, what's up? They want money from Tank. That's all they want. You know, and yeah, you damn right. Tank versus Shakur. I mean, Tank versus Pitbull, Cinco de Mayo, big fight. Hannibal, what's up? What's up, Hannibal? Then Tank and Shakur, October, November. That'd be a great lineup for Tank if they let him get their opportunity. Because Tank can still fight. He might go on through all them court cases and shit, but they can still allow him to fight. And say, nigga, go get that motherfucking money, nigga. Your restitution is $4 million, nigga. Go get that motherfucking money, nigga. Tank can still go fight. That's all I'm saying, though. But listen, Zuffa snatching all the fighters up. They snatching a lot of champions up. You know, Robert Garcia already over there doing business, got fighters already signed over there. You know, I just see Eddie Hearns as Bogart in the situation. I'm like, damn, like he's just gonna Bogart go in there telling me, yeah, Robert Garcia, I'm still his advisor and all this. He's under this promotional company, but nigga, it says that he signs to what you call it, the Zuffa. That was certain breaking news. I seen that before I seen the De Los Santos and shit. Cause I seen Opataya, I seen Rayo, I seen Bam, then I seen De Los Santos. And I'm like, damn, why everybody going over there, you know? They must be doing something secret, you know? And what I mean by that is, you know, the fighters that's dealing with the body sanctions, their pay probably be a little different from the Zuffa pay, who the people that signed to the Zuffa card. They probably got like a Zuffa promotion too. And people just signing the Zuffa promotion, making it happen. They got to. But hey, Johnson Island, like I'm mad at Floyd. You know, I'm a PBC player, man. I'm a big time PBC stepper, man. I fucks with Al Heyman, you know. It look like Al Heyman take care of his fighters than me. But like, come on, Floyd, now, dog. Like, nah, bro. And Hannibal, you hit it right on the money. Like, even though they left, Showtime not around no more. Showtime boxing not around. But Floyd, you was well taken care of, bro. You was the pay-per-view king. 1.2 billion. Now I mean, you broke the bank with Pacquiao, 200 million plus. With Conor McGregor, 275 million. Like, bro, come on, man. And in that fight, nigga, you also earned 280 million. So come on, bro. Cause you fucking up your money. Now you trying to break somebody else's bank. They supposed to make money too. So now you counting their pockets. They supposed to make money too. You're a fighter. So if you signed the PBC, you think, like, come on, man. This is the shit people need to understand. If you got a job and you clocking from a 9 to 5, nigga, you making that job millions of dollars. But at the end of the day, they not breaking you down with millions of dollars because you signed the contract. Read, nigga. Floyd, you need to read, bro. Real rap. If you was read, you be dangerous, my nigga. You have a dangerous mind because your IQ in the ring is sharp. Imagine your IQ in the book. Hey, you hear, Ski? That's all I'm saying, though. You know, but this Robert Garcia, hey Hannibal, hey Johnson Island, do y'all think it's a conflict of interest of Robert Garcia becoming well, he's already Bam Rodriguez manager and trainer. Do you think that's like a conflict of interest, like in between this Zuffa and Matchroom boxing situation? PBC the best. OT Boxing School, what up? Listen, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Al gonna be straight. You seen De La Hoya and I'm trying to sue him, they fuck him up. This is the key thing people don't understand. Once Tank told that nigga Turkey no, all of this dumb shit with PBC been happening, with Tank been happening, all of these false accusations, people doing corny shit, Floyd going over to Dubai, getting stuck, they run down on him like, listen, nigga, guns up, nigga, you got to and look what Floyd, that nigga became, I'm with Israel. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. But damn, Floyd, hey, come on, bro. Yeah, come together and build the PBC. You know? Because Oscar was doing it in the beginning. Remember when he was fighting all of the fighters? Hey, Sugar Shane, come over here. Bernard, come over here. Become silent partners and shit. You know? But the only problem that left a bad taste, because Oscar and Floyd were one of my favorite fighters. You know, but what left me a bad taste in my mouth with them is how Oscar dealt with Canelo and how Floyd dealt with Tank. If I'm a young fighter and I'm looking at that and I'm like, damn, I made big time millions with y'all. Y'all my idols. I'm learning the game for y'all. Now when my contract is up, I'ma still deal business with y'all, but I want to go create my own shit. You feel me? You know, and it's like, hey, Hannibal, you know what? Sometimes I wish when Turkey came over here, I wish Turkey ran into Al Heyman. But yeah, hey John, that's how I be looking at shit, man. You know, the Opataya back March 8th fighting Brandon, you know, but Tank got another warrant. It's crazy. Be more, y'all no, leave that nigga alone. Like, if y'all wanted Tank, y'all knew he was turning himself in. Like, y'all knew he was turning himself in. And at the end of the day, like, now you want to put a warrant on for his rest, a probation violation situation. Now get the fuck up out of here, man. You know what I mean? Shit crazy. But I'm gonna keep it real though. Hannibal was like when Turkey came over here, bro. They brought communism to boxing. Like for instance, let's keep it tall. Let's keep it tall, right? Now everybody want to rank Shakur number one. He put on a spectacular performance, right? But you can't put him number one or even top three if y'all never ranked Tio as the Ring Magazine champ, bro. Y'all never had him up there. That nigga should have been number two behind Usyk. I'm just keeping it tall, man. He beat the dog. Listen, he whooped Tio ass so bad. Tio, listen, that nigga apologized for slavery. I ain't never seen no shit like this. He whooped his ass so bad that motherfucker looked like the villain of Aquaman, the little looking robot motherfucker. Know what I mean? But at the end of the day, but like this Tank and PBC shit, it's like once the nigga purchased Ring Magazine, boxing, etc., and start controlling certain media, things just got really out of pocket. That's what I gotta do when I go to my crib. Give me 1 second, y'all. My apologies. I'm about to go to my crib. But at the end of the day, they just leave. They gotta leave Tank alone, man. They need to leave that brother alone. My apologies, y'all. I'm at work. You know, I'm just bringing in some stuff for my parents before I get out of here. Go on. But we back at it. Let's cook up. You know, my apologies, y'all. I'm at work. Let me tighten up right quick. Right. Give me 1 second. Yeah, but we back, y'all. We back. My apologies. I'm about to get up on out. Well, get up on out of here, y'all. But we about to take a ride with each other. Uh, shut the door. You know, my apologies, y'all. Right, my apologies. Had to do a few things, you know. You know, I gotta hold my pops down. You know, gotta go all time. So, you know, I had to quit my other job and put my little other things aside. You know, to come work for him and hold him down, man. It's my OG. It's to the point they trying to break Tank into submission. It's facts. It's like they really want Tank over there. They're forcing his hand. Listen, he's the only fighter that didn't sign with these people. And that's the key thing nobody not paying attention to. Everybody bowed down to Turkey. Except for who? Except for Tank. Tank the only fighter who didn't bow down. And that's a fact. Tank the only fighter who didn't bow down. Everybody else did. So be mindful, this is just a studio situation. Tank the only fighter who didn't bow down. Everybody else did. Everybody else did. Tank the only motherfucker that's holding it down, keeping it tall. You know, that's all I can say, man. That's all I can say. Got this microphone, you know, be making these beats and shit, be recording, ghost writing for motherfuckers. You hear? My fault. Probably if I shoot live a little bit, it'd probably be like another different scene. You know, probably my crib. You know, but like I said, man, just keeping it true, you know what I mean? Like they gotta leave Tank alone. Like the world see it. We starting to see it. The shit y'all trying to do to this guy. But listen, at the end of the day, let's keep it tall. When you got these sliders, you feel me? Like these sliders ain't getting that type of money. You understand me? They only got money because they got kids or they surrounded by you when you purchasing them gifts and shit. So at the end of the day, imagine, listen, for entertainment purposes only, imagine Turkey, Jake Paul, and them niggas. Remember when Tank said, yo, don't make me find out anything. Imagine them niggas hitting this female up, right? And be like, listen, man, I can get you 10 million, $20 million if you say ah. Them bitches will do anything. And listen, you ain't even gotta worry about it. I got your room and board until you get your money. Oh, you don't believe me? Here, look at your account. I just put $1 million in. You don't think shit can happen like that behind the scenes? Because this is the key thing is it's happening to them, it's happening to Tank and PBC at the same time. A lot of us ain't know that PBC, that Golden Boy took PBC to court. A lot of people ain't know that shit. I'm just keeping it tall. A lot of people ain't know. A lot of people ain't know. You know, but you know me, I'm gonna break the news and I'm gonna always put that shit up on out there. Like, nah, this shit got to get together, man. People got to get this shit together. You know, people got to get this shit together. You see that picture right there? That's Tank and Coach Cal. That's Tank and Coach Cal right there. That picture right there is Tank and Coach Calvin. The love this man had for this brother, like that's his son. You got to put respect on Coach's name, man. You know, we even seen motherfucking Floyd try to break them up at one time. Remember when he forced he forced Tank to change his corner? Yeah, I got that house around his back right here. Remember when he forced Tank to change his corner and shit? Like it was crazy. Which is something I don't understand. Like, bro, it's just crazy, man. And don't be surprised by Floyd Mayweather suing these brothers. By Floyd, my apologies. I do not own any copyright to any song if you hear. Said one thing Zuffa brings is a guarantee back. But Hannibal, you think that pay cool? The motherfuckers get 500 million per fight. Zuffa, Paramount and Sundance and Paramount give them 500 million per fight. And you giving those fighters that type of pay is crazy. That's all I'm saying, right? That's crazy though. That's not crazy to you? Because it's crazy to me. I want my fighters to get super paid. You know, I want the motherfuckers to be super up. You know, you getting 500 million per fight and you only giving them that. That's wicked. That's wicked. That's wicked. That's wicked. You know, but at the end of the day, to each his own. But that's what I'm saying. With these fighters that's dealing with the sanctioning body, you heard Hannibal. I think it's probably like a Zuffa promotion, you know, and their bag probably be a little different from the fighters that's being signed to like Zuffa boxing. Probably got Zuffa promotions and Zuffa boxing. That's what a lot. I might be getting. I mean, not me, because that's what I'm starting to figure out, which I already figured out. I think it's Zuffa Promotions and Zuffa Boxing. It's two entities. It's one entity, but they're giving you two at the same time. You know why? Because they signing fighters that signed to the body sanction, so they can put them M's up, because it's common sense. And then they probably looking at it like, damn, nigga, we giving you 500 million per fight. So they probably say, well, listen, y'all signed this, and this is what y'all get because we trying to bring y'all up. But over here, with these fighters that's dealing with the body sanctions, is under a promotion. That's how I'm taking it, and that's how I'm calling it. Hey, Juan Vargas, what up? What up? Shout out to West Texas, man. Shout out to Texas. I got family out Texas, man. Shout out my cousin Juan, my Isha, all of them out Texas, man. You know, Hannibal said you can be a fighter's trainer and manager. The issue is being a fighter promoter and manager. True that. True that. You know, but the reason I say that is because I just was talking about just this Bam situation. Just with Robert being a conflict of interest of how you having your fighters signed to Zuffa boxing instead of Zuffa promotion. You got them signing to Zuffa boxing, and you know how the pay is over there, so the trainer gonna make more money. When you read the contract, it's crazy. But Zuffa boxing, Zuffa promotions is something totally different. And that's what I want people to understand. I think Tank fight Shakur or rematch Roach or maybe move to 140. Tank got to move to 140. He got to move to 140. Like it ain't. It's still killers down there. It's young. See, listen, I just want to know how the fuck Shakur Stevenson still is the champion, the WBC champion at 135, when he became a lineal and a WBO champion at 140. I don't know, man. That shit got me stuttering. He come out his mouth and said, "Nah, nigga, I'm still the champion down there." That's called power, nigga. That's called. I ain't never seen nothing like that, nigga. Nigga, Tank was the biggest star than that, nigga. You understand me? I ain't never seen nothing like that, bro. They stripped my nigga. Know what I mean? Well, congratulations, though. Know what I mean? That's what I call how boxing's supposed to be, man. I don't give a fuck if I'm fighting at 135, I'm the champion, and I choose to move up to 140. I'm not giving up my belt, nigga. I'm coming back down. I just got an opportunity up there. So let me go up there, become a champion up there. Now I'm a champion in 2 weight classes. That's how it need to fucking be. A motherfucker gotta give up his belt. Why? Nigga, nobody ain't take that shit from me, nigga. You gotta take it from me to give it up, nigga. You feel me? And I'm glad Shakur held his nuts and did that shit, man. But it shows that WBC mean everything, nigga. It shows that WBC mean everything. But at the end of the day, I'm happy. I'm happy somebody did that. Held they nuts and like, nah, nigga, I'm not vacating no title. You want the belt, you gotta take it from me. I'm gonna be a champion here, and I'm gonna be a champion here. And whichever way the money come, I'm gonna whoop everybody ass. So just bring it on. Now I'm coming for the Ring Magazine champ at 135. So I have 2 lineal titles. And all y'all can suck it. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, was Shakur lineal at 126 and 130? I gotta look that up. You know, if he was, shit, that makes him 3-time lineal right now, right? Because I think he was lineal at 130, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I think Shakur was lineal at 130. I know he was unified. That's all he need. Become lineal champion at 135 now, because he held his nuts. He's still WBC champion. They didn't take his title with nothing. He's still the champion. So what's his name? Javier Hernandez. He should. I hope he don't. But he's saying he can still make the weight. I seen this last interview. He's saying he's still going back down there. But no, he looked good at 140, man. But now, a Hannibal, and Johnson Island. Let's keep it tall. Everybody was talking shit about tanking them rehydration clause, right? But now everybody want one. Everybody talk bad about his resume, right? But everybody fighting his leftovers who became champions. You hear how Rolly said it? He said, Tank got the best resume. Look at everybody he fought. It's either we were champions or we became champions. His shit aging like fine wine. And it's shit. But everybody's shit aging like fine wine, you know? And the reason I state that because when you fight a ranked fighter, bro, it's like 10 billion motherfuckers in the world, bro. Certain amount of fighters that's ranked. It's 5,000 fighters that's ranked. And if you in the top 50, top 20, top 100, top 10, and you fighting those guys, Put respect on their names. That's how I look at the shit. You know, everybody got good names under they belt. Listen, just to get signed to a big promotion like that, you gotta be a certain type of elite. You gotta be A plus, a A minus elite fighter, a B plus, a B minus elite fighter, a C plus, a C minus elite fighter, a D plus or D minus elite fighter. Or you just might be a fucking journeyman or a gatekeeper. Well, his joint on fire, man. We ain't gonna do that. Thing. All they joints, I don't like this shit on nobody's resume. Only person I dislike is how Top Rank moved Bud Crawford. Like that resume, when he's supposed to have all those fights, they did him dirty. Top Rank did Bud dirty on that situation, man. Yeah, sure. You know, and I'm gonna keep it tall. They did, you know, because with Danny Garcia, Sean, he was supposed to fight all them guys. Soon he moved up to welterweight. You feel me? He's supposed to fight all them guys, but he didn't. You feel me? They always lied to him, talking about they gonna get him the Pacquiao fight since 140. The 147 never got it. Rob Pacquiao gave that shit to who? Jeff Horn. Rob, my guy. You know, and then he's supposed to be a pay-per-view star because y'all had one. You feel me? And he fumbled the ball. They fumbled the ball. Even when they had Shakur at 126, 130, the way y'all pushing Inouye and Loma at the time, see the way they was pushing Loma, they should have pushed Bud. The way y'all was pushing Inouye, y'all should have been pushing Shakur. Y'all still got Keyshawn. Y'all still got Abdullah Mason. Y'all still got Tio. Y'all should still push them brothers. A lot of them brothers should be pay-per-view stars, and I'm glad have some of these brothers had their pay per view moment. You know, like Keyshawn, like a Shushu Carrington. You know, keep them know even if they start off with 50K, it doesn't matter. Time is going to build. It's going to build. People know them. It's going to build. You know, because it's the streaming era. So if battle rap doing pay per views, shit, y'all can do your own pay per view, man. But just don't hide the numbers and keep saying somebody in the rear. When you look at the stadium, you like, damn. Listen, long as a nigga can sell 10,000 tickets, you not in the rear, bro. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Nah, but we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, Hannibal. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We not, bro. Amir Khan was way out of his prime, bro. We're not gonna do that. Jose Benavidez, we're not gonna do that. You know, and like I said, I don't blame him. I blame Top Rank. I don't blame him. Like I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna get my bag. But bro, the fights I'm trying to get, y'all motherfuckers keep lying to me, so I gotta feed my family. But you know, they was what they was years ago. But when he fought them, they wasn't, bro. The Earl situation, I can give him his respect on. I don't care about no car accident. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Cause you came back beating the shit out of dog niggas and collecting belts when you got into them accidents. When you got in that ring, you just got your ass whipped. I thought Sean Porter beat Earl Spence. So hey, you know, people want to bring the car accidents. I'm not bringing up none of that shit. You dig me? Sean Porter know they friends, so you know, it was what it was. But everybody else, Top Rank did them dirty, man. Top Rank did that boy dirty, man. I don't give a fuck what everybody say. Top Rank did Bud dirty. That boy's supposed to be a super duper pay per view star. Supposed to have been whooping all their asses at the time, and I believe he would have did it. You know, I believe he would have did it. You know, I'll probably give him a hard time. You know, because I got mad when he started fucking with Victor Conte. I mean, I was a bud. No, it was that kid right there, nice. Know what I mean? Remind me of a switch. He's a switch hitter, but he remind me of a Tommy Hearns. You know, and he be like, "Why is that?" I just say, just look at his stance. Look at how his shoulders is built. Yeah, and just look at Tommy. Just look at Tommy and look at Bud. That's all you got to do. You're gonna see it clear as day. You know. And then when him and Porter fought, I thought Porter was going to come and fight. You know, the Porter stylish. You know, and I thought we was gonna get the Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler of this generation, and we didn't. Then I thought we was gonna get the Roy Jones and James Toney of this generation, but we didn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had most of the names during that time, you know. But in 2018, Bud could have signed with PBC, but he wanted the Pacquiao fight. Because in his mind, in everybody's mind, I fight Pacquiao pay-per-view, I'm gonna become a pay-per-view star, and I'm gonna be one of the big dogs. Now you gotta, Top Rank, yeah, we got you. Send Pacquiao to go fight Jeff Horn in Australia. Pacquiao beat the dog shit out of motherfucking Jeff Horn. Bob Arum, the people he leave it to did the corny shit behind Bud back, man. Yeah, but shit, PBC wanted Bud Crawford. I understand the fight they wanted to make, but them niggas wanted Bud. Everybody wanted Bud to go over there. Know what I mean? Because that's where all the fighters were. All Top Rank had, was Pacquiao. You had other fighters. You had Bud. You had motherfucking Shakur. You had all Tio. You had all them brothers, man. But you focus on the motherfucking Inoue, Loma, motherfuckers like that. You ride Pacquiao. You ride Pacquiao. That's the only reason Bud signed that Crawford. Bud Crawford signed that motherfucking contract back because he thought he was gonna get the Pacquiao fight. He thought his first WBO title fight at 147 was gonna be Pacquiao, and he gave that shit to Jeff Horn. Corny. That shit was corny, yo. That shit was corny. But he got the accolades. You can't take them from there. You feel me? Even at 140, he could have fought Danny Garcia, Pacquiao at 140, a motherfucker, Adrian Broner, Mikey Garcia, Sandor Martin. He could have fought all of them guys at 140 because them niggas was down there too, but he never got the opportunity. They always held him back and played him. You dig? All them niggas held him back and played him. Top Rank helped him, but and he still did it. That boy still did it, and that's what I'm saying. When he became undisputed at 140, you should have pushed the button, man. Should have pushed that button. Cause I was disliking. They say, "Oh, he don't sell shit." You go to Omaha, that shit look packed to me. A receipt full to me, you know. But yeah, this Tank and Coach Calvin, y'all. You feel me? Tank still outside. They got a warrant for his arrest, probation violation. We're gonna see how this situation go for the viewers that's just coming in, tuning in. You know. But I want to know what I want to know if Tank gonna end up trying to sue Floyd and trying to keep all of this shit like in-house money. I don't know. This shit weird. This shit very, 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 very weird. You know. Oscar De La Hoya was suing PBC. He ended up losing his motherfucking lawsuits. And then now you got Floyd coming in trying to do like Floyd. Them boys made you $1 billion. Listen, bro. He put 1.2 billion. You gross, nigga. At the end of the day, whatever you fucked up, you fucked up. They gotta make money too. You're signed to their company. You're a PBC fighter. So of course the business is going to still make more money, but they're going to give you the best outcome and the best scenario. And you made 275 million to fight, bro. You made millions to fight, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Plus the endorsements at the time on top of that, which a lot of people don't know. You know, I don't know, man. But don't be surprised Floyd trying to do that shit and Tank come in and sue his ass. I doubt that too. But the only thing I'm saying is your headable is why now? Why now? Why you ain't do it back then? Because you knew about it back then. You feel me? So why you ain't do it back then? What we see is we see Al and we hear other fighters, Al take care of us. So I don't like niggas don't ever need for nothing. You know? They do. They do though. They always do. A lot of these networks do. But when you got a full when you got a great stable, cool stable, you can keep a lot of shit in house at the time. but don't oversaturate it and don't over marinate it. It go both ways. You can't oversaturate it and you can't over marinate it, man. You feel me? And oversaturated, we seen Turkey oversaturated the game. You dig me? And what I mean by that is putting all these main events on one card. Now you like, all right, where we gonna go from here? And then niggas saying, oh, he putting on the biggest fights. No, the fuck he not, because we still ain't get Canelo Benavidez. We never got Canelo Boots Crawford. We never got Shakur and Tank. So we gotta stop that lie. Then the marinating is like I'm gonna use Boots and Virgil, Shakur and Tank for an example, Shakur and Dev for an example. The shit been marinating over, I'm talking about years, because I know Boots and Virgil since 2022. Boots ran that nigga out of a division, ran him out of 147. All that sick shit, he had a chance to fight Stanionis for that title 4 times. The first time was on Stanionis, the other 3 was on Virgil. And Virgil came back to 147 and fought Maurice Hooker. Beats, what up? You said they the Death Row boxer? Bro, they had everybody though. At one time, they had everybody. You know, that's why I said oversaturate. You can't oversaturate and you can't over marinate, man. Because a lot of niggas be marinating these fights. Boots and Virgil should have happened at 147. It didn't. Now y'all trying to let it marinate more. Man, we don't want to see none of that shit. You know? Like right now, Boots got situations. And what I mean by that is that nigga ran Virgil out of 147. Yeah, he ran Virgil out of 147. He's supposed to fight 2022. Ran him out of 147. All you got to do is just go back, boom, boom, boom. Remember, him and Stanionis signed the contract. Stanionis' hand got hurt. Stanionis is what, a PBC fighter, right? Boots with Cameron Duncan. They dealing with Showtime, right? If they can, listen, that's what they handle. That's the problem I got right there, too. If a person become your mandatory, how the fuck he not ready? Keyshawn is ready for Devin Haney. Know what I mean? It's like, who else Devin gonna fight? If you ain't fighting none of the champions, who else you gonna fight? You feel me? Like, who else you gonna fight? Key is a heavy name. That's a great fight. You know, it's gonna be a great one. It's going to be a great one. Because the outcome can look like this if Devin trying to stay on the outside and box, but Devin jab, but that over fucking hand crazy. How Mickey Bay got that ball looking, you know, he's still doing the bow and arrow jab. So I know Keyshawn Shakur definitely gonna be on that. Like Nicholas, he's still doing that bow and arrow jab. This is what you're gonna do. You know? You gotta make it now. Gotta make that shit now. Yeah. But Brandon Adams already fighting somebody. But if Boots, that's what I'm saying. Boots got options right now. He got Xander Zayas and motherfucking Josh Kelly. But see, this is what I'm gonna get to. This is what I'm gonna get at, right? We gonna go through my guy's shit, right? Let me show y'all something, right? All heavy. Castillo Claxton, right? These are the guys at the time that came in with Jerron Boots and his Virgil Ortiz, but all these motherfuckers came in at 147, 2018, 2018, 2019, 2020. I'm gonna give you all of the top guys. Yeah, they said the Kelly fight, but I'm gonna be real. I know because he's the WBA intern type champion. You feel me? Oh, thinking about it like that. Boots can go fight Josh Kelly. Xander Zayas just called out Virgil, right? Virgil can just say, fuck it, nigga, I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico and fight you. Boots already the WBA intern. So Virgil, you never been a champion. These 2 belts, if you beat Xander, it can make up for that. The divisions that you missed your titles, 140 and 147, but you just happened to catch a unified title at 154. If you can do it, go make it happen. Xander Zayas gonna lose against Boots, but you know Josh Kelly and Boots is it's mandatory. It's in Kelly contract, and supposedly that's next. You know if the Virgil shit don't fall through. Hey, D, I like he a lot. Out of this generation, he the only fighter that remind me of Bud. Making some dog shit. Know what I mean? Like of the youngins up and coming from like 135, 140, those guys, you know. But yeah, like Castillo Claxton, Sergey Limpinus, Stanionis. Before Bud beat Delorme, then Boots came and knocked him out. Ayabob, Dave Avenesia, Roman Villa, Killer. And these niggas are naming Killer. You know, even though Damian Fernandez, Killer, motherfucker, Armando Alvarez was a motherfucking killer. Raymond Serrano was a killer Olympian. You know what I mean? Chris Van Harden, he was an IBO champion. You had Castillo Claxton, he was a motherfucking Olympian. Limpinez was an IBF champion. Stanionis was a WBA champion. Delorme was ranked number 9. Bayev was ranked number 10. Avenesia was a WBA regular champion and a European champion. We all know when Villa beat Rashidi, he became number 2. When Boots was number 1. Karen became number 2, his mandatory 2 times. Damian Fernandez, a power hitter. Like these all top guys, when niggas say, oh, he ain't fight nobody. He did. The nigga fought Olympians and champions. And at that time, when he was over there with Karen Duncan, then with Showtime, all of the PBC fighters at the time, like Sean Porter, oh, Boots, you ain't fight no champion. Well, when he beat Sergey Limpinus and the only person to knock him out, they all stopped talking that shit. Nah, fuck though. Boots would be the dog shit out of Fandora. Boots, listen, we got to remember, Fandora button already been touched. Brian Mendoza already put him down. He been down a few. Boots is too fast for him. Like you fighting a Mexican, like Fandora never been in that ring with a motherfucker like Boots, man. I mean, like, y'all, listen, that shit always there, bro. That button is always there. They only gotta get pressed one time, and sometimes it takes another motherfucker to put you down. He been down after that. He been down in the Lubin fight, right? Been down in the Brian Mendoza fight, right? So that button been pressed. Boots will smoke that ball, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Boots will beat dog shit out of Fandora, man. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Listen, Tim's hey, I agree with the cut, but me, Tim Zoo not that. Tim Zoo not that. I always said that, like, I'm gonna keep it to you. I've been watching boxing since, like, I ain't gonna lie. I was like 4 or 5 years old. So that shit was like 87, 88. I've been watching boxing. You know, my favorite trainer ever was Emmanuel Stewart. That's the best trainer ever. Like the shit Emmanuel did, the way he changed people game plans, the way he made you lead by the jab, your combinations, your footwork had to be on 1,000. The shit the only trainer to make all his whole Olympian team become champions. Like nobody did it like Emmanuel, you know. And that's a trainer that, you know, that's a teacher to me, you know. I don't put nobody above Emmanuel. I don't give a fuck what city I'm from. Nobody better than Emmanuel Stewart, you know, besides, you know, the creator of all creations, you dig me? And me, you know what I mean? But the things I see in certain fighters, I know that they was born with the shit. You got some niggas that's go to the gym, train, and you be like, all right, he got something, and you got people that's just naturally gifted, born with the shit, you know? And when I seen Roy, when I seen James, when I seen Boots, when I seen Bud, uh, when I seen Sweet Pea, um, when I seen Terry Norris, yo, it was so Vernon Forrest, like, bro, it was so many great fighters back then, man. Like, it's hard, it's too many to name. But at that time, it was only 8 weight classes. When I was growing up, it was only 8 weight classes. So let's say you at 140, right? 140, 147, and 154 is one weight class. That's welterweight. That was the weight class. That was the welterweight weight class. Was 140, 147, and 154. That was the welterweight weight class. 160, 168, and 175 was another weight class. Middle was the middleweight class. You feel me? Now there's 17 weight classes. Now you got all these intern titles and different belts, the regular, the gold, the silver. But long as you got the regular champion, you the real champion. Why? Because since you the real champion, everybody else becomes super or franchise or the diamond champion. Yeah. Core beat Dev. Core beat Dev. Core beat Dev. Easy. Core beat him easy. It's gonna be like a Karen and Boots. One. Remember how, you know, it was the battle with the footwork? but Boots hawking him down, walking him down, jabbing him up and shit. That's how Shakur and Devin Haney look like. Cameron and Boots won. Devin Haney being Cameron and Shakur being Boots. Winning all 12 rounds. But in that fight, you probably know how niggas gonna gas it up. A person might win all 12 rounds, but in that fight, Shakur, they probably give Shakur 8-4, 7-5. You know. But yeah, I think he smoked that. It's just like with Keyshawn, Core gonna be by his side. I'm gonna be. They better leave Rolly alone, man. They better leave Rolly alone. Everybody keep thinking Rolly a lick. Them Cubans got that boy looking different. I'm gonna be real, yo. I couldn't even believe it. I said, what the fuck? Where the fuck Rolly get that footwork from? He bought that shit off eBay. That nigga stole that shit. Let me find out. Yo, they had that boy. The way he was gliding in them Air Forces. I said, damn, Rolly. Rolly looked at Shaw, yo. That footwork looked different. I'm like, okay. That nigga secretly, yo, listen, bro. Listen, next time we see Rolly Romero in the ring, watch, y'all gonna see what I've been talking, what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna be like, damn, that Cuban trainer got him on some other shit. Cause it's different from Bullet. Bullet having with the jab, all power shit, his footwork corny as shit. But Bullet got him the victory. You feel me? And got him the fight. But at the end of the day, the biggest fight of his life and still made him become a champion, etc. But at the end of the day, when you look at the trainer he with now, them Cubans he with now, Rolly looked dangerous. He looked very, 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 very dangerous. But I want to know what's next for Bam Rodriguez. What y'all think next for Bam? You know, only thing next is what the undisputed is undisputed. If he can't get that, what are you gonna do? Because I'm gonna keep it real. Nakatani and Inoue, it should be Bam and Inoue right now. And why is that? Just because of both performances. You know, and we can get like a person like we can just make the fight happen. If we can just get like on that card, if we can get a Bam versus Inoue co-main event, we can get Nakatani versus Shushu. You feel me? I know he got to move up, but hey, Timmy, you know how they gonna make that shit happen, Tim. Shout out my guy Timmy. Timmy, you know how they gonna make that shit happen. You know how they gonna make it happen. They gonna make them niggas jump up. You feel me, Tim? They gonna make them niggas jump up. So that's what I'm saying. If they chose to go that route and force that fight to happen, put Bama in the way, Nakatani and motherfucking Shushu. I don't know. You feel me? Could it be just like a PBC thing, trying to keep titles in? That's how I look at shit sometimes. They get a couple fights in at 118. And he gonna lose in Japan. Everybody that go to Japan lose. They better keep that shit in America. Nigga in Japan, that nigga rap's gonna be loaded. You know that. That nigga gonna be on that motherfucking Shaka Khan. You know what I mean? That nigga gonna be snacked up for real. Or because that shit legit over there. That's what steroids legit over there, y'all. But that nigga raps, oh my god. That nigga gonna have a cast in them joints. Yeah, Bam Bam not do no Stephen Fulton cool boy shit. I'm always cool boy did the dumbest shit. Bro, you got all of the titles. Why the fuck you going to Japan? You could have had your first fight in Philadelphia, your first home main event in Philadelphia, and brought this nigga to Philadelphia, PBC to Philadelphia. You could have tested him. You could have checked those raps. Because remember, Cool Boy Dad checked the glove and the pad, and he was like, fuck no, we not making that fight. And what Cool Boy, cocky as shit, Philadelphia, nah, we making this shit happen. I ain't come over here for nothing. I'm getting that check. And look, got your ass whipped. Know what I mean? And then, nah, bro. Fuck that. Because y'all got to look at it. They got to come to America to become stars. So you let they asses come over here and get jet lag. You understand? You come the fuck over here. Fuck out of here, nigga. from the home of the free, nigga. Come see America, nigga, and get this American ass whooping. It ain't no disrespect, you know. But do I believe a band can be in a way? Yeah, just off angles, just off angles. True that though, Tibby. True that. But with this one here, shit, shit. It's just the money situation. You feel me? Because that's what I want to know. Like, you see how they fighting? Are you fighting a certain country? If I'm not mistaken, right? I'm gonna shoot off the hip with this one, which I don't normally do. I'm gonna go do my research after this, which I should already have. Is I'm just shooting for like if a motherfucker going over to Japan and fight, I think you're getting paid in their money, and then you gotta exchange it and transfer over to American money. I don't know. I'm asking y'all. I mean, I'm asking everybody in the chat. Do you think it's like that, or when you just sign a contract, if they just say, "Listen, nigga, you getting this such and such amount of money, and it's just in American money"? I want to know. I want to know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I want to know. Cause I know like $47 in motherfucking Venezuela money. That shit like 500 million, nigga. I'm buy some when I get off live. You know what I mean? I'm gonna buy a $500 million bill, nigga, for $47. You got me fucked up, nigga. In Zimbabwe, they said I get $1 trillion bill for 3 cents. And nigga, I'm buying that joint. Got me fucked up. I'm a trillionaire, nigga. That's my net worth. You know what I mean? What they talk about? Man, Cool Boy got his ass whipped, Hannibal. He ain't challenged. Cool Boy got his ass whipped. Just like O'Shaquie Foster. Ice Water beat this. Listen. Who had the better performance? Ice Water or Shakur? Ooh! Who had the better performance? Who had the better performance? Ice Water or Shakur? Ice Water, what I mean is O'Shaquie Foster, Stephen Fulton. Cause Shakur versus T. You know, a lot of us gonna go with Shakur versus Tio because a lot of us ain't see Shakur like that since 126. You know, that was Shakur at 126. When we see it with Tio, that was Shakur like 126, 130. That's the Shakur nigga we've been missing. You feel me? See, this the type of motherfucker I can watch. But O'Shaquie looked good against Scooter. Nah, Japan money ain't more than ours. Our money way more than theirs. The only right now like fiat currency that's more than ours is the euro, and that's just about like probably like 50 cent. The euro got us about like 50 cent right now, you know. But besides that, we run everything. You know, and that only happened because of Obama. You know what I mean? But yeah, our shit about to take over. But yeah, Ice Water was switching. Yo, he took that bull whole game plan away. That jab was tremendous. Those combinations, like, that's what you call a clean performance. But this Shakur right here, like, bro, we ain't see this Shakur since 126. Real rap. Shit, you seen Shakur had a Puerto Rico flag on his shirt, on the shorts, his trunks. See, people can't get, listen, I'm mixed. I mean, and I just hate disliking to say I don't like saying that shit because before they used to call us black, they used to call us brown, color, and then Jesse Jackson bitch ass created the word African American in 1983. So every time we check that box, that faggot motherfucker get paid for entertainment purposes only, right? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, is we the same people, we the same motherfuckers. We the same people. Only thing is, we just learned the Spaniards language. Spanish ain't our motherfucking language. We don't know what fucking like nigga. The Americans, it's called Latin American. From motherfucking the North Pole, from Canada all the way to South America, to fucking Chile. You feel me? It's the Americans. It's Latin America. We're when the Spaniards came, because the last of the Mohicans that was here, the Indians, the Tainos, the colored people. Taino means dark people, colored people. The rest of them fled to Puerto Rico. That was the last island. They fled to Puerto Rico, had all of their gold and everything. The Spaniards found them niggas over there. Same shit they did to they family in the Americas. They did it to them in the Caribbean. You understand me? They did all that shit. You can go to Africa and tell you right now, they never had slavery. So the history they gave us is full of shit. All they did was just come in here, but I ain't trying to get deep into that shit. All I know is Shock and Shakur be a great fight at 135. Shakur Stevenson is still the champion, the WBC champion at 135. You know, he held his nuts on that one. I know you gotta tilt your hat for that one. You know, shout out my co-host Santos Boxing, man, my nigga, man. But at the end of the day, right now that I see Shakur the only person that did this shit. Recently, as of, because remember, every champion that moved up and fought for a title got stripped and had to vacate. Shakur the only champion that ain't do that. And he said that shit, because I thought he vacate, you Google it say he did it, but he just was on a motherfucking situation saying, nigga, I ain't vacate shit. Nah, man, I'm still the WBC champion at 135, and I'm the WBO Ring Magazine champion, lineal champion at 140. Yeah. Man, Fulton got his ass whipped with that performance. That's what they is. That's all Puerto Ricans is. We the same fucking people. We the same people, bro. That's why I be like, I'll be trying to hear it because I'm mixed. So when I hear this shit, I be like, y'all the dumbest motherfucker. It's like a Puerto Rican. Like, yeah, nigga, we African, Spaniard, and Taino. And I look at the nigga, I said, motherfucker, how you gonna have this nigga? How you gonna be three motherfucking things in one? And the reason I'm saying that, bitch, is only an Indian and a Spaniard gonna get pregnant or slave it. Like, nigga, we got slaves. These fucking Spaniards came in with their guns and killed all the niggas, killed all of the motherfucking men, and raped the women. All the fuck they did. Even when Hannibal came through Puerto Rico, he did the same shit. But when he came through, they got the story all fucked up like he did something wrong when he didn't. He just came through to get the rest of the Spaniards out. Know what I mean? Because at the end of it, we all the same fucking people. I remember Plymouth Rock game. Know what I mean? That shit landed on us. The motherfuckers came on that boat. That boat was called Plymouth Rock, not that little other corny extra shit they talking about. We ain't trying to hear none of that shit, man. They did these motherfuckers dirty. They did these motherfuckers dirty, man. And the history they gave us is all lies. All lies. All lies to be televised. That's why they sent us to school for 12 years and teach us the same bullshit. You be like, damn, what the fuck? Keep teaching me the same dumb shit. Like, I'm trying to learn something different. But yeah, man, y'all see Tank and Coach Calvin up there, man. You know, Tank better go turn himself the fuck in. He got a warrant and be more. That boy got a war ski and be more. But listen, man, free Tank. That's all I can say. Free Tank. Free Tank. And nigga gonna be doing that little Uzi dance in that cell. I mean, me doing that little dance in that motherfucking cell and shit for them niggas. I hope Ryan win. It'll be a bigger fight for him and Devin, both the unified 147. I hope Ryan win. Ryan can win though, cause like all Ryan got to worry about, Barrios is the first half fighter. By the fifth, sixth round, Barrios start to fade, so he can knock Barrios the fuck out right there. Let's get the rounds in. All Ryan got to do get the rounds in. Get in, keep sticking your jab, pop your little hook here and there, keep sticking your jab, get him in the late rounds. Yeah, it's a violation of probation, Timmy. He got a violation of probation warrant. But that's what I'm saying, though, right? Like, a lot of us been on probation, you know, and a lot of us know. We go to a different city, them motherfuckers putting a detainer on us from the rip. Then our county gonna go to whatever city and state and pick us the fuck up. Why y'all ain't do that to Tank? Y'all knew he was turning himself in. Y'all knew he had to turn himself in. You knew Tank P.O. from B-More called him and said, nigga, you better turn yourself in. And he did all that. But everybody know the bitch fucked up because she tried to shoot a nigga first. Nah, bitch, you gotta get criminal charges first, then sue. That's why you're gonna lose the lawsuit and the criminal charge suit. You're gonna lose everything. You're gonna lose the criminal charge case and the lawsuit case. Why? Because in the lawsuit case, they're gonna be like, well, you ain't filed criminal charges. And then when you go to the criminal case, they go say, well, the only reason you filed criminal charges is because you wanted money off it. Boom, they're gonna throw the fucking case out. Everybody see the play. It's the same playbook, man. It's the same playbook. But I'm gonna tell you, fight or something, because you fight and you be punching bags. You can't be punching your women too, though, bro. Know what I mean? Because sometimes y'all get super duper angry, and yo, shit, that might be the PDs you niggas might be on. Now, I'm just saying though, because you know when niggas be on them steroids, they get all pre-hype and shit. They want like they Tasmanian shit, trying to fight everybody, and they think they the shit because they can fight. They got a couple wins. They be like, oh, I was a champion. They get drunk, go upstairs, grab their belts. Nigga, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, nigga. I know a nigga named Tech Nine that drop niggas. Know what I mean? And that nigga Tech Nine dropped me. He put niggas to sleep. Nigga, you better chill, ski. Nigga, that nigga hit hard like Tyson. You know what I mean? Then I don't know. This shit just be weird, bro. It just be weird out here for certain with some fighters, you know, because they do have tempers, you know. And if you've seen certain shit growing up, like certain but you, listen, I ain't even got to talk about it. Y'all know, man. You know, to each his own, man. You know how he was raised, you know. You know. And sometimes you know what your mom tell you, man. You know what your mom tell you, man. Taking on steroids. I'm just saying, like, you know how certain fighters, like you know how bodybuilders and wrestlers, when they be on steroids, they start to snap out. You know, they start to lose their snap on their wise. But you know how boxers are naturally like that. You feel me? And I just said, no, niggas might be on that shit. You feel me? But you know, some of them, they be a lot of them be jealous, and the reason about that is because you know just growing up being in the gym, majority of the time you in the gym, you going through amateur fights, you ain't getting no butt, you ain't getting no coochie. Now I don't even know I know you ain't getting no coochie, you know, but it's a little different. You know, niggas be on some freaky shit. No, for entertainment purposes only. You know what I mean? But you know, you can't have sex when you in the amateurs, you doing these tournaments because you know it makes your legs weak. It really does. You know, that shit really does. Yeah, shit. The Puerto Rican and Puerto Rico don't fuck with the Puerto Ricans in America neither. We call them fake. You know, but hey, I'm trying to see how this March 8th card gonna look for Opataya and the bull Brandon. You know, we already know how that shit gonna go. You know, Tank gotta move out of Florida. He gotta go to Utah. YB. Yeah, I heard Florida be crazy on that domestic shit. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. So he said, yo, like that shit vicious out here, man. That shit vicious. A woman can say anything. No, you know how women can say anything, but over there they take that shit serious. And a lot of shit ain't gotta be true. A lot of shit ain't gotta be true, man. You know, a lot of shit ain't gotta be true at all. But you tell these people anything, you know. But I don't know. I just got a gut feeling. This whole situation is what Tank was talking about when he got. Remember when he was on that press conference with Jake Paul, and he told Jake Paul and JD I love, I better not find out no shit. The next thing you know, this shit just end up happening. That's what hey Timmy. That's what I'm starting to think, right? And the reason I say that because I'm starting to think Zuffa gonna have like a Zuffa promotion. Like, all right, if we sign you and you sign to the body sanctions, we just gonna be a promotion so you can eat and get your bread, you know. But the people that sign the Zoo for boxing, it's a whole different tier of fighters. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming, and I hope the shit I'm assuming is true. You know, because supposedly Robert Garcia, you know, is band manager and trainer, talking Zuffa, Eddie Hearn talking, nah, nigga, like I forgot the name of the word, man. I forgot the name of the word he called it. That he could still promote his fight, you know, until a deal come through. You know, I think it's like a fight or two he can still promote. You know, and he's still pushing me. So I don't know. And Eddie Hearn matched the deal that Zuffa offered. You know, so We're gonna see. We're gonna see how all this shit play out. We're gonna see how all this play out. It's a bidding war for Ben Rodriguez right now. And Robert Garcia is the head of it all. He the trainer and manager. You know, hey, hey. Sometimes you got to think though, man. The boxing game is corrupt. A lot of niggas that take a loss. Nigga let the fighter take a loss just to re-sign another fighter sometimes, bro. And then they'll play the shit out you, bro. I'm telling y'all, man, this should be wicked. It be wicked. It be wicked out here, man. It be wicked. It be very, very wicked. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's a lot of boxing for us. It was a few robberies on Zuffa, but long as we still getting a cool card, that's all that count. From Pro Box TV to Box Lab promotion, from Jib promotion, Eye of the Tiger. When PBC come back, Top Rank, motherfucking all of the cards that's on the zone, from the grassroots to the Chitlin Club to what we getting now from motherfuckers Zuffa Boxing. Yeah, but Hannibal, I don't know. Eddie said he matched it, so I don't know how much it is. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? Like, if Matchroom matching what Zuffa offered, what did Zuffa offer? What did Zuffa offer? How Tank turn a Muslim but can't get a Muslim with a hijab. Ooh, that's deep, beach. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. That's very true. That's very true, man. That's very true. Sometimes like religious wise, if he was to go outside of his country, and really deal with a real Muslima, that's from over there, who really fear the Most High, who really fear Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, you know, uh, it'd make more sense because they more loyal, and they love you for the sake of Allah. They putting the Most High before you. But if you understand, you know what I'm talking about, beats. But that's true. You gotta listen. Tank, but what a lot of these fighters gotta understand, and people in general, us men in general, when we meet certain women in the club, even some of our baby mothers and shit, and people in the club, we know what we getting ourselves into once we get in a relationship with them. We know what type of person they are, where the fuck we met them at. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you can't. A lot of us can't turn a hoe into a housewife for entertainment purposes only. And sometimes you got good girls that's just a job. I just come here to work because I got kids, but I'm not like that. My friend probably is, but I'm not like that. You got some females that still like that. It's just a job to them. But birds of a feather flock together, man. And you know what you getting yourself into. You a celebrity. When you going out, you meeting these women. When you going out, you know the vibe, bro. You a lick, nigga. You can't find no love in the strip club. You feel me? Ain't no love there, man. It's all high hopes and lies, man. High hopes and lies. The high hope, the bitch was hoping her hopes high every day. I hope one of them niggas come in this bitch. I hope one of them niggas come in this bitch. That's her hope, man. That's her high hope. Hope one of these niggas come in this bitch. And when you come in there, nigga, you will lick. You will lick when you come in there. You feel me? Like, that should be world, bro. When you got millions of dollars, you become a target to women, man. That's why sometimes it's best to stay with the woman you came in the game with. Fuck all that. I become a multi-millionaire, $10, $20 million millionaire, bro. Multi-millionaire. My wife, the lady I'm with now, nigga, that's who I'm staying with. Got time for nothing. Nigga, I did that. You feel me? But this is the game. Hey, man, but hey, Tank gotta tighten up though, man. Hopefully, listen, you know what'll be thorough? You know what'll be thorough? The PO is like, nigga, The only way you can stay home, you got to get in the ring. Hey, P.O., and you from Baltimore, anybody from Baltimore, send this shit to the P.O. You book Tank, you tell the judge, listen, nigga, you want to stay home? You got court costs and fines and restitutions. And we need this, and you got to get back in the ring. Force his ass to get back in the ring. And that's a fact. Boxing missing, they need him. There's too many good fights out here for him not to have, man. The Pitbull rematch, the Lamont rematch, and you got Shakur, bro. Know what I mean? Those the fights we want to see. Those the fights we want to see, man. We want to see him back. We want to see Tank back. You know, force that shit on him, man. Nigga, you got to go back out there and fight. You want to go home, you want to stay home, you got to get back in the ring. And that's a fact, man. Y'all can make that a court stipulation. Y'all can make that a court stipulation, a judge stipulation. Yeah, you got to fight all them niggas. You got to give us the 2 rematches in Shakur. You feel me? Because you got to get him warmed back up. So the only best way to warm him back up is with one of the rematches. Either you're going to rematch Pitbull or you're going to rematch Roach. You do one of them. That's why she ain't got to be a big fan of his. She can say, nigga, I'm going to give you $1 million court costs and fines and restitutions, and your ass better get back in the motherfucking ring. She going to be the one to tell him that shit and make that a motherfucking stipulation. That's why I said we got to send this shit to her. You know what I mean? She going to make that shit happen. Oh, yeah, nigga. Well, nigga, they say you ducked a nigga named Lamont Roach. Well, when nigga, I need a Lamont Roach rematch. You ducked a little Mexican nigga named Pitbull. Chasing you all around the motherfucking ring, and people thought he beat you and shit. So you got to rematch one of them, and then after that rematch, we need a Shakur fight. Now I mean, you can make that shit a stipulation. You're the government, bitch. You the law. Make that shit a stipulation. Fuck all that, nigga. You want to go home, nigga? Better get your ass in that ring and pay this motherfucking money. Know what I mean? Because regardless, you got to pay the money. You dig? Regardless, you got to pay the motherfucking money if the lawsuit really happening. And look, you know how in Florida that shit really gonna happen. They gonna get that shit. Real shit. Real shit. I'm his PO. I'm his back judge, nigga. You getting in that motherfucking ring, nigga. You in your prime right now, nigga. You want to dance, nigga. You want to put on them sneakers in that John Morant jersey and trying to break ankles. Nah, I mean, like, nigga, you better get your ass in that motherfucking ring and put them gloves on. I'm just saying, though, you know. And that'd be good, man. We'll get all that. You feel me? We'll get all that. But it was a good day today, man. It was a good day today, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Johnson Island. My guy Hannibal. OT Boxing School. My guy Vargas. Guy Louis and Azza, Juan Vargas. My brother Beats. Shout out to D5695. Tell me what up. Hey, son, get at me, son. You gotta get at me. Why do Puerto Ricans hate me? Nah, it's the other way around. Hey, boy, what up? It's the other way around. Every Latino race hate Puerto Ricans because Puerto Ricans don't need a green card. What, nigga? Black people and we the same people. Nigga. We don't need green cards. Pay attention, y'all. Puerto Ricans don't need green cards. Niggas hate Ricans. They hate us because we don't need the green card. That's a good fight. Yo, Nick Ball remind me of a European pit bull, a white pit bull. Know what I mean? It's gonna be a good fight, man. That's gonna be a tough fight. I want to see how Ball handle Figueroa pressure. Like, that shit gonna be. I liked it, that fight. When that fight was announced, I liked it, that fight. That's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a solid banger. I won't be surprised that be one of the fights of the year, y'all. I won't be surprised. Trust me, this one gonna be a banger to me. Ball Figueroa gonna be a banger on the low. Watch. That little motherfucker coming to fight. I like Nick Ball, man. I like Nick Ball. Even like him in that Raymond Fulton fight, even though I thought Raymond Fulton won. But they was robbing American fighters at the time, but I can't complain. I can't complain with that performance. I can't complain with that performance. He did good. No, he did good. That's one thing. He did good in that fight. Even though I thought he won, what you call it, Raymond Fulton won, but I wasn't mad or surprised that they gave it to him. He won that motherfucking fight. If you want to take it from a champion, you can say that's like taking it from a champion. Yeah, one way to come forward, but just by him being a smaller man, putting that shit together, well, that's how you take it from a champion. In fact, you want to keep it tall. That shit reminded me of Pitbull and Tank. I mean, like I said, when Pitbull fought Tank, I always thought Pitbull beat Tank. Clearly. Know what I mean? And people like, oh, Tank fought him with one hand. He hurt his hand. All you got to do is listen to after the fight when the commentator asked Tank that he hurt his hand. Tank said, fuck no, he hurt his shoulder. So who the fuck is lying? The announcer, how you know Tank hurt his hand? Then later on when the fight over, he said he hurt his shoulder. Then the shoulder, he said that he hurt it. Y'all said that he hurt it. I think it said he hurt it his right hand, but he said he hurt it his left shoulder. Like, people be lying. That's that Mayweather effect. When you can't get a knockout and put on a performance that everybody want to see, your hand hurt or you rusty because nigga, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. That's why you sparring, nigga. That's why you doing elite sparring and you training and knock the rust off, nigga. Because when you in training, you like, man, this is the best training I ever had in my life. Then when you don't get the knockout, it's, man, I had to knock the rust off. Man, get the fuck up out of here. Yeah. He right across from me. You had 75 Tank. Nah, I'm gonna be real to him. I had Pitt on that joint. I had Pitt. Like the Nick Ball and Raymond Ford fight reminded me just like that. That's why I said that's how you take it from a champion. You know what I mean? If you can't get the knockout, you put pressure on that motherfucker. You put pressure on that motherfucker. Front line, what up? What up? My guy, front line, what up? You gotta put pressure, but Nick Ball and Figueroa, that's gonna be a sleeper, man. That's gonna be a good fight. That shit gonna be a good fight. I grew over to like Nick Ball as a fighter. You know, I don't know, he just remind me of a white pit bull. Like a European pit bull, man. Oh, you in Blackwood? Yeah, I'm over here in Philly and shit. I'm right across the bridge, man. Kizitson, yeah, Badlands. It's Badlands. Kizitson is just a fucking ab. You just got people that ain't from down here that come get money on the ab. I'm like, nigga, I'm from Kizitson. No, niggas call it Badlands, nigga. Ain't none of you niggas really from down here. Y'all just come down here and started trapping for rat niggas and just started. Nigga. I mean, I'm not talking these rap niggas out here. I mean, nigga, we Philly, man. Nah, man. The old Bozy old dungeon used to be right here around the block. Nah, man. My son, he trained at my cousin joint down Fifth and Birch. His coach is shout out to KO Terrence KO Lewis, no ranked heavyweight. Nah, see, that's what I told him though, right? You heard Frontline? I told him, I said, majority of the time it be the other way around, but like that be like island shit. Like niggas grow up and get money together, but like, Puerto Rico, we don't need green cards, man. That's how I always looked at a situation like it was a green card situation. But we don't need none of that shit, man. You said Hawkins the best Philly fighter ever? Yeah, like status wise of what he had, I'm being undisputed. But like talent wise, bro, we had some greats. The creator of the Philly Shell, Georgie Benton. We had Meldrick Teller. People had Joe Frazier. Shout out Jeff Gant. But me, I'm always say Boots. Hey, yo. Not a shot, man. Floyd a bitch, man. Floyd was supposed to pull that shit off, right? Like, Floyd mad because, listen, Floyd fucked that bag up. Yeah, yo, Floyd fighting another nigga. I don't even know this nigga. You know? .5 speed, what up? I got Santos boxing in the motherfucking building. Nah, man, front line, what up? But hey, yeah, hey. Yo, Puerto Ricans got what? 4 champions. Yeah. Hey, Timmy, that's a fact. Them niggas up. The Ricans is up. They got 4 champions. And 3 of them definitely unified. Yeah. 3 of them definitely unified. And one of them unifications came last Saturday. You know, Xander made history with that one. You know, he made history, especially in Puerto Rico. What, if I'm not mistaken, the first 154 unified champion. You know, yeah, yeah. Yeah, my guy Santos a kickboxing. Hey yo, but y'all know Shakur a kickboxer too, right? You know Shakur a kickboxer, Boots a kickboxer. Yo, Bozy, Wally Moses, they were kickboxer trainers and shit. Jared Big Baby Miller was a kickboxer. But pay attention, they that's why they footwork and the shit they see be crazy. That's why you be seeing like a lot of 52 block type shit in the ring. You feel me? But not like the other ball. Remember the other ball doing the 52 block shit with the ring and get knocked the fuck out like 10 seconds later? And he fucked the whole 52 block drawing up. Yeah, UK lit with some belts. Hey, they got some belts. They got some belts. They got some belts. Dalton pulling that shit off. You know, he made history here. You know, beat a Regan. People probably bitch about the stoppage, but he did it. You know, he's WBC champion right now. You know, but it's crazy. It's crazy how Shakur is still the WBC champion at 135. It's crazy. You know, it's called holding your nuts. You like Brandon Figueroa for the upset? Hey, son, I said it's gonna be a banger. Listen, don't be. There's gonna be a steeper. Don't be surprised to be one of the runners up for fight of the year. Sending on that shit was anyway, you know. You know, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see, man. That's gonna be a banger, yo. It's gonna be a banger. Ball gonna come and hold his. Hey, yo, do y'all think Teofimo comeback fight should be Cambosis? Cambosis beating, right? I won't be surprised. You dig me? Teo Cambosis 140. Put you back in the rank. No, you still gonna be in the rankings, but you got the opportunity to get your lick back. You got the opportunity to knock him out in pure fashion, probably better than what Richardson Hitchens did. You know, and this time you're gonna get robbed because y'all really not fighting for nothing. You just fighting just to get your shit. You said hell nah. Who you think Teo should come back and fight, son? Stay at 140 or move up to 147. Move up to 147. Who you gonna fight? I mean, unless he go up there and fight Devin shit. You seen how the WBO stripped Keyshawn and still gave him a situation like nigga T.O. fight Devin. I know he got to stay at 140. That's what I'm saying. At 140, who you gonna fight at 144 comeback fight? That's why I said Cambosis. You feel me? The reason I say that to try to get an easy victory. People want to look at the name. Remember, it's a legacy name for Richard Hitchison resume, but you know, like Bochica, a Crocker. I say a Crocker. You know, a Norman. I don't know. Norman probably be like a little bit more dangerous under Derrick James right now. Probably turn him to a black Mexican. Boutique, well, Bochica too dangerous. I say a Crocker would be good for Tio. And Cambosa's a good opponent. Cam a good opponent for him. Cam definitely a good opponent for him. But if he move up to 147, oh, that'd be a good fight for him. Because Javier Fortuna was up there. Just a comeback to try to get a victory, or if he want to go straight into a dog fight, at 147, him and Rashidi Ellis would be a great fight. Him and Speedy Rashidi. And the reason I bring Speedy, because you know Speedy kind of chinny and shit. You know what I mean? You know, he just got. It depends if it's gonna be like a 10 round, 12 round fight. That's what I'm saying. That's what Teal can bank on. Teal versus Blair Cobbs. Woo! That's a dangerous joint. Now Blair is shit. Blair, woo. That's a tough one. Yeah. Teal versus Matias. The TTs. Teal versus Matias. That'd be a great fight. No, they both coming off losses. They both was former champion. They former champions now. You know. You know. It'd be a great fight. That should be a great fight. You know, and plus it'd be a big fight. You know. And that shit should get you right back into the talks of getting another title shot. But do y'all think will they ever give Tio another title shot? Do y'all think that? I'm just saying though, I'm just saying though, the way shit looking, how the lead up to the fight of this fight was, to how the promotion was, to how right now you trying to rank somebody number one pound for pound or number three, but you never ranked the T.O. pound for pound and he had the Ring magazine. It's the only shit I'm talking about. Yeah, Cambosis probably have for a couple of rounds, but Blair, Blair be a good fight for him. Rashidi Ellis would be a good fight for him at 147. Liam Pyro, he up there. Lewis Crocker. And Rohan Blanco, because they both top ranked. Him and Blanco be a good fight, top ranked. Yeah, that's what he's gonna have to do, man. Cause you heard son, I don't know, man. It's just like when you see certain shit, man. You just be like, damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up how they doing that, boy, man. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you had no chance. You had no chance from the get go to try to even come in this motherfucking situation and win. Rematch? No, but what's next for Shakur? No, what's next for him? You still the champion at 135. So is you gonna fight your mandatory? Your mandatory is Herelde. Is you gonna fight Mortaya and Unify down there at 135, or are you gonna fight him at 140? Um, the winner out of Schofield and Lucas Baghdadi, and you got motherfucking Abdullah Mason there. Hey, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Hey son, I was telling him about that, man. About that. Why train where you was training at? Yeah, but he want that rehydration clause that Conor Ben said he not giving him that shit. I heard now. First Conor Ben said he'd give it to him. Then I heard from somebody else saying Conor Ben ain't, and I seen the video when Conor Ben on the treadmill saying, Shakur, I will give you the rehydration clause, And he said he'd take the rehydration clause. You just got people creating false rumors saying that he said he won't, which I never heard that. So, so that'd be a good fight. Because Conor can make 147 still. That'd be a good fight. Who y'all got in that fight? Y'all got Conor or Shakur. And it'll probably happen in Wimbledon. Yeah, right? That's the video you saw, right? And I'm saying that fight might happen in Wimbledon. But that shit probably like in front of 100,000 motherfucking people, 70,000 people. Yeah. Yeah, that shit smashing. Yeah, that shit smashing. Shakur by unanimous decision. Yeah. We're gonna jab that boy to death. But at the end of the day, you probably see, Conor gonna pressure him. Conor gonna bring pressure. Conor gonna bring a lot of motherfucking pressure. Especially if we get the old Conor, like the PED type of Conor, looking like a motherfucking machine. That'd be a good one, but we'll see. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully it happens. A lot of people just calling people out. And Conor got a opportunity to fight for a title at 147. So we gonna see how all this shit takes place. Because if it's like that, why you just ain't call Devin Haney out and ask Devin Haney to take the motherfucking rehydration clause and y'all fight at 147? I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. Feel me? Because you the new WBO champion, right? Devin got the WBO at 147, right? Bro, Abdullah Mason got the WBO at 135, nigga. Who got the WBO at 130? Like, bro, come on, man. Yeah, 147 weak. All them niggas waited to Boots left. Yeah, I post that joint. You heard, son? The joint where Keyshawn told they shook hands and he said, "Nah, man, give me the opportunity and all that." Yeah. Talking that Devin Haney shit, you and Bill Haney all in the DMs. Yeah, you win this fight. You know what I told you, nephew, in the DMs, nigga. You read the DMs, everything about the DM. Niggas think they Yo Gotti out this motherfucker, bro. All these niggas wake bullies, man. But listen, you seen how Shakur on shout out to Najee and Shakur on Cigar Talk. That was a cool interview. You seen how Shakur broke down the weight situation? Yeah. But no, Kid Austin and Lucas Bad Daddy got that situation for the WBA because Tank and recess. So no, that's a good fight. We got to see Kid, man. We got to see Kid. We got to really see if Kid going to take over this 135 division while Tank in recess. You know, thank you, my broski. Do you think Floyd Schofield have a chance of beating Shakur? Do any of y'all think that? Just going off both last performances, just about the knockout with Floyd Schofield and the performance Shakur just put on with T.O. You know, you only can judge a fight about his last performance. So, do you think this guy be a threat to him? Kid Pops talking a lot. But shit, hey, Timmy, the shit he be talking be true though. Like you can't, it be true. Because you gotta be mindful. Like that nigga know all 5 boxing styles. He know all 5 boxing styles. You know what I mean? Plus he's a switch hitter and he got power. The shit he did to Ted, man, like nobody did that shit. I think Kid of KO's a paid it too. No, nobody never did that shit to Ted. That's what I'm saying. It's like that boy got the cheat code, He got the cheat code, That boy foot, you feel me? His foot and he got good feet. He got good feet, but he know all 5 boxing styles, man. He know all 5, all cinco, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. That nigga a boxer for real. Know what I mean? Yo, that nigga crazy, right? He crazy for saying that shit, yo. He crazy for saying that. Nah, them boys are greats. Like a Roy fight, a James Toney fight. That's what I'm saying. Growing up, that shit was. You hear Roy fighting, you running home, getting skinny, watching that shit. You hear Tony fighting, running home, getting skinny, watching that shit. Just when boxing came on, it just was like you got all good fights. You know what I mean? Nobody never ducked each other. You got the best versus the best. This like the Mayweather effect, because this still the Mayweather generation. Everybody's still talking like Mayweather. Everybody's still sounding like him. Everybody's like, it's the Mayweather effect. People trying to protect their own, niggas suing, all types of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Everybody want to do the Philly shell with the half a man stance, and don't really know what the fuck they doing. But it's still the Mayweather effect. You know how you got the Nelson Mandela effect? I call it the Mayweather effect. These fighters, it's too much marinating, Mayweather effect. It's too much marinating, too much procrastinating. Then it's too much saturation. And saturation is like when Turkey came into the game, he oversaturated the game. I was talking about that earlier about him, coming with all these promoters and putting on main event fights all on one card. So now boxing is like, all right, we got to see what Zuffa bring. It's the lawsuit era of boxing. Damn right, Timmy. Floyd doing that shit to Al Heyman and them is crazy, bro. Why you ain't sued him when you retired, when you first retired? The first 2 years of your retirement, you should have sued these brothers, bro. You're signed to their company, so they gotta they gotta recruit and make more money than you, dumb motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's just called common sense. But by you blowing your bag, fucking up your money, and you like, oh, that nigga got to be over there still. Now you counting that man pockets, trying to, intervene with his shit and his family shit. But he's still taking care of the family. He's still taking care of the PBC family, nigga. And you want to come and take from that. Oscar De La Hoya just lost the lawsuits, nigga. Why? Because of you bitch ass nigga. You got to remember, y'all, Al Heyman managed all of y'all niggas. That's why when he left and created PBC, he left Golden Boy with all his fighters. And you was one of them and got you the biggest contract ever. In every fight, you still made money, nigga. Still made $2 million a round. That's why you always went 12 rounds. Still made the biggest fucking purses, biggest fucking pay-per-view situation. Like, bro, tighten up, bro. That shit made me sick, bro, when I seen that shit, man. I'm like, nah, Floyd. Nah, you can't do that to Al, broski. But you know what's gonna be crazy? If you get money, watch Tank come for your shit. You did Tank dirty in that Rolly fight, nigga. And you did Rolly dirty in that fight. And you did Rolly dirty in that fight, nigga. Them motherfuckers gonna sue the shit out you. Listen, bro. You gotta chill, May. You gotta chill, Money May. You gotta chill, bro. Shit corny. That shit corny, bro. You know? But yeah, man, I thanks everybody for tuning in, pulling up on me. Had a great show today. You know, about to get ready now, man. See if this PO gonna call me today or tomorrow. I don't even know what she's supposed to call me. I'm supposed to be today, tomorrow. And I don't want her to end up calling on the live. And because I'm gonna be pissed off like a motherfucker. Shout out my PO. You hear me? Waiting on your call. But I'm about to go get this rundown. These shout outs right quick for the second time. It's a lot. Start from the top. Shout out Louis 13. Shout out Johnson Island. Perfect timing. Shout out Johnson Island. A guy Hannibal. Them OT boxing school. Shout out to Cowlog. Shout out to Cowlog. So a lot. Shout out to what's my guy Juan Vargas. Shout out to Louis Azza. Shout out to Beats. Shout out to Day. You know, Timmy always come through. Shout out Beats, Timmy, Frontline, my co-host Santos Boxing. Shout out to Bull. Shout out D1. I appreciate all of y'all, bro. I appreciate all of y'all coming and having a good show today. We all building. You know, this Floyd shit is diabolical. A shot, you know, we gotta pull up. We gotta do the 0.5 speed. Hopefully, you know, we get to do it later or sometime this week. You know, so we can show people certain fights. Um, and everybody that's in the chat and that's tuned in, we got a new show coming called 0.5 Speed on my brother Santos Boxing channel. Um, we're gonna be breaking down the fights. We're gonna watch the fight together in 0.5 speed. You know, and this is how we critique fights. We critique it two ways. We watch it in 0.5 speed, and you know we watch it with the volume down. But with 0.5 speed, with the volume down, you get to see it what shots land. But 0.5 speed, you get to see it even better. You know, like on repeat, slow motion and shit. So you know, we about to bring y'all some heat. You feel me? Tune in. You know, I appreciate everybody. You know that pulled up, that pulled up on us. You know, shout out to Round One Sports. You know, 7:30 p.m. every day Eastern time, and you know, you can pull up on my brother Frontline. You know, Frontline be over there. You know, all gumbo shit, all gumbo shit. You know what this is? Whip it to the oils, all gumbo shit. Stay cooking, and stable breaking news. You know what I mean? Besides that, man, you know we up on out of here. I appreciate you.